just wanted to make a video response, sort of like video commentary, I guess, towards MoonlitOpal's video on sacred space versus sacred circles. Now, when I first started my path, I was lucky enough to have a group of like-minded friends who also were interested in the same things I were, though we worked with different deities and different pantheons. We did create sacred circles. I knew about sacred circles, but before I knew about sacred space. Like, I practice sacred circles before I practice sacred space. And when we created sacred circles, though we had one thing in common, we all practice Wicca, whether it be through different traditions or different, we were all pretty eclectic in that sense, so we came up with a sort of system that we all agreed upon. We would, first we would draw a line. Like, it was really cool, because now it's used for storage, but we had a tree house and stuff with a wooden floor and everything. It was big enough to fit all of us in it. And we would draw a line, an actual line with anathema into the wood, so it's carved there. And there's still a line there if I were to, like, go through everything and whatever, but we would draw a line in the circle. We draw a line with the athame, and we would say something similar like, let our deities, let our gods, bear witness, blah blah, kind of thing, protect us, may the spirits protect us, kind of thing. And we would consecrate the circle of salt to make the official boundary line, at least make the physical line. And then we would call upon the four quarters, and we would call upon elements, earth is my body, water my blood, kind of thing, and call upon what they meant spiritually, like intuition, wisdom, passion, and all those things. And that would establish the actual border that we did. And then this part was really cool, because as MoonlitOpal was saying, when it comes to circles, like boundaries, a circle, you can't just create the border. You have to create the energy of the circle around you. And we had a really cool practice, a really cool thing we did. We would hold hands, and I guess you can say I was kind of the leader, because I was the one to put the group together, and so I would lead the visualization of creating the sacred circle in the sacred space. But I would lead the visualization. I was like, okay, now we're all going to join hands. So we all held hands, and I said, now close your eyes and starting to feel this energy bundle gathering in your heart space. And we would each in turn take a deep breath, and with each breath feel the energy inside you growing and growing bigger and bigger until it's about to burst out of your body, kind of thing. And then I was like, okay, when everyone's ready, just say something, whatever, and just say I'm ready, whatever. And we'd all it would take maybe a minute or less. We would all visualize this energy growing in us, filling up every single inch of our body, and just wait to burst out of us. And then I would be like, okay, on the count of 3, imagine the energy inside of you blossoming out of your head like a fountain, and circling, filling up the borders of our boundaries of our circle to create this sacred circle to protect us in, to keep us safe in, and, create a sacred area, a sacred circle for us to connect to our deities and the elements and the spirits. And we did that, and the cool thing, though, is, okay, once we finished doing that and we were all ready, we would open our eyes and tell each other what we felt and saw when we did this. And one thing I suggested about doing is to give your energy a color, because to associate with how you're feeling at that point when you're creating the sacred circle, how your energies are going to be feeling. And then we'd imagine, we would discuss how each of us felt our own energy coming out of us. And we'd feel the energy coming out of us, and some person say, oh, mine's blue, it feels kind of watery and light, or mine's white, it feels kind of feathery and light, and stuff like that. And we'd all imagine our energy coming together and form a rainbow circle around us. It was really cool, but it was our way of visualizing the circle, the energy, and it was just so tangible, because we dedicate ourselves to the visualization of the circle, to sharing the visualization with others, so we can each get an idea of what the circle energy was and how it felt. And it was very tangible to us, and it was something very sacred to us. And we never left the circle when we created it until we took it down and put the energy back into the earth and grounded it through us and put it back through the earth. But that was how we did our circles, and that's how I started my practice, because I never really had no idea I could make a sacred space until like a couple years ago, to be honest. And I've been on my path for a very long time. I guess like 5-6 years now, somewhere around there. I lose track, but that's how we create our sacred circles. And we'd also call it like, and which I think is a really good generic form of creating a sacred circle, because I mean everyone was able to call upon their deities, because my deities at the time were Bastet and Poseidon, and one of my friend's deities were Gaia and Zeus and things like that, and we all had different deities from different paths and different pantheons, but we would connect to them when we called upon the goddess and god. We would call upon our own deities, and we were all pretty eclectic, so it was okay for us, because we accepted each other's views and were comfortable in creating and sharing those views in the circle. But I think it was a really good generic way of creating a sacred circle, was through energy visualization. And when you're younger, it's really easy, so it's a practice you have to keep up in order to be able to visualize it. And you cannot never doubt yourself when you're creating this visualization, because, I mean, then it's like, you know, it takes away from the energy and the power that you're creating. And so that was how we created Sacred Circle. And it did really help that I had other people. There was like about, there's like 5 of us, 6 of us, and it did really help that I had my friends with me, because they validated what I felt, and I validated what they felt. And so it just gave us that encouragement, we gave each other that encouragement, and that we backed each other up in our own feelings and what we felt and what we saw and visualized, that made everything so real and tangible and powerful for us. And so yes, it really does help having other people. So now when I create a sacred circle by myself, I do the same practice, but on my own. But it makes it no less validated for me, no less powerful or strong, because I've had the support. But, yeah, sorry, I'm in my car. I'm being up a friend for shopping, so I'm just like looking at people, and no one has been looking at me. But, yes, it really does help having other people in the sacred circle. And, I don't know, I mean, you could try it on your, like, anyone could try this on their own. You just have to have that courage and the confidence in your own ability to create energy. I've always been really good with energy work, and that's one reason why I'm good with herbs, is because I do ghost medicine, which is I feel the energy of the herbs and let them tell me what to do, and it's all about energy. And same thing when it comes to healing. It's like more energy healing kind of thing. I just like, kind of like quantum touch kind of thing, you know. But it's like, you just feel energy, you feel the blockage in someone's body or in yourself, and you just like try to make the blockage just, you know, move on and let the energy flow again, which is like healing, because your body's full of moving energy. You have a blockage, you're gonna feel it physically. And so, but it really does help having those other people validate for your own thing. But I mean, a really good way to start creating sacred circles is like through basic visualization. You know, meditation does help with that, and giving your energy a color based on your emotions, how you're feeling, how the situation's feeling, really does help a lot too. Like, a lot of times I find myself when I'm having an S-spot ritual, my energies are usually pink, pink, or peach, or white, or all three, you know. And because, like, for me, those are very feminine colors, you know, very goddess, motherly colors, moon colors, and so that helps me when I do, like, new moon rituals. I usually, you know, like, darker, muted energies, and, like, energies, and, like, colors, and new beginnings, things like that, and so it really does help. So, I don't know, this is how I worked. This is how I've always done my sacred circles. And then I just realized how to do, like, sacred space was a thing, so I was like, whoa! And so I usually just burn, like, what I usually do is I have a working candle, I light on my altar, and I'll light incense, or I do my sweetgrass or sage, and that would be my sacred space. But, yeah, I don't know. But this is just how I do my thing. Hope this helps anyone who had questions about sacred space, sacred circles. MoonlitOpal, I love your videos as always. And I hope you do, like, this helps, like, the color thing helps with your visualization, because I remember you said you were having kind of a trouble and problem with that or something, but colors and feeling really does help, you know, a lot. But I love you guys. Namaste. Blessed be.